8 8 sevens are 56, 8 to the 16, 21, 216. Next, write the following terminating decimals in the form of P by Q form. P by Q form. P by Q form. 0.4. 4 by, if there is a one decimal place, we have to keep 0 after 1 in denominator. So that is the P by Q form. After writing like this, we have to keep the simplest form. 2 2s are 2 5s are. Generally, we always keep the result in simplest form only, children. So next, this 123 by, here we have 2 decimal places. We have to write 2 zeros after 1. So the 123 is a prime or not a prime. 1 2 3 6. It is divisible by 3 but not divisible by 2. So this is the simplest form. So like this we have to solve these problems. Next, write the following terminating decimals in the form of P by Q form and also write the denominator in 2 power n 5 power m form. So వచ్చిన రిజల్ట్ ను ఈ ఫామ్ లో కూడా రాయాలి. 0.4 4 by 10, 2 2s, 2 5s, so 2 by 5. So here 5 power 1 only. Next, second one, 15 2 6 5 by 1000, 5 3s, 5 zeros are 5 5s, 5 3s, 5 2s, 5 2s are 10, 0 0. This is not divisible by any of the numbers. So that's why 200 we have to write. So first answer 3053, 200. So we have written P by Q form. After completing, and we have to write 2 power n 5 power n form. 2 0 2 1s are 0 0, 2 5 0, 2 2s 2 5s, 5 5s. So 2s 3, 2 cube, 5s 2, 5 square. So 2 cube 5 వస్తాను. So 2 to the power 2 cube by 5 square. So this is the answer. Here we have two answers. This is first answer. This is second answer. We have to write each and every result in P by Q form and 2 power n 5 power m. So up to 40 completed. Okay, children, you complete. You try to complete all this. If there is a doubt, tomorrow I will explain you.
Okay, sir.
Okay, na?
Okay.
Up to this, okay, na? Is there any doubt?
Okay, sir.
Right, okay.
No, sir.
Sir will continue. After finishing these problems, children, today you have to write this 10 MMPT2. Abhinav, Krishna and Nagadev, Abhinav, Krishna and Nagadev, you should send your answers after completing this work.
Okay, sir.
మీరు వీళ్ళు
Okay, sir.
పంపించారు సాయి
Okay, sir.
ఆశ్రిత వీళ్ళు పంపించారు, చాలా ఎక్సలెంట్ రాసి పంపించారు. ఓకే, మీరు కూడా ఆన్సర్ చేసి మీరు పంపించండి. వీటికి మీకు ఎంఎంపి బుక్ లో ఆన్సర్స్ ఉంటాయి దాదాపుగా. కొన్నిటికి లేకపోతే మీరు ఒకసారి ట్రై చేయండి, లేకపోతే రాకపోతే నేను మళ్ళీ రేపు ఎక్స్ప్లెయిన్ చేస్తాను. ఓకే.
Okay, my dear students. So welcome to my class. So this is the second class. So yesterday I have discussed about the some changes. So changes are two types there. So one is the physical changes, another one is the chemical changes. So already yesterday I discussed about this concept. So in our syllabus only chemical changes are there. So that is a permanent changes and the composition also changes. Yesterday you take the two examples. So one is the iron rod, another one is the quicklime. So the iron react with the moisture to form a iron oxide. So next another one is the quicklime, the powder added to the water to form a slacked lime. So the series of calcium hydroxide. So these two are the best example for the chemical changes. So in our digestion system, also one of the example for the chemical changes and permanent changes, the compositions are also changes. So in our syllabus only chemical changes and permanent changes reactions are there. So now I am going to explain for the activity 1. So first lab activity, this is the lab activity. So in this activity, so 1 gram of calcium oxide. So calcium oxide means already you know yesterday. So this is the quicklime. Calcium oxide. So then take the beaker. So in this beaker you take the then this is 100 ml beaker. So in this 100 ml beaker, so in this 100 ml beaker, 50 ml water you take. So 1 gram of calcium oxide powder, it can dissolve in the this 50 ml of water. So whenever the calcium oxide completely dissolved, so to form a calcium hydroxide new substance are forming. So in this calcium hydroxide new substance forming. Right. So now the calcium oxide solid state. So dissolve calcium oxide solid state that powder dissolved in the water liquid state to form a calcium hydroxide. So this is aqueous solution. So in this chemical equation is a huge amount of heat also releasing. So heat also releasing. How can you say so the heat it is releasing or not releasing? So whenever you touch this beaker with your finger, so you touch the beaker with your finger, so you feel hot. So you touch the beaker with the help of your finger, so you feel hot. Means so in our body, less amount of heat, since this beaker releasing the large amount of heat. So that large amount of heat it transfer further in our body. That's why you feel hot. So this type of chemical reaction is known as a heat releasing. Heat releasing means so this type of chemical reaction is known as a heat release. This type of chemical reaction is known as a exothermic chemical reaction. So very important. So this is the exothermic reaction. Next another one. So these calcium oxide combined with the water molecule, then to form a single substance. This is a chemical. This is a chemical combination. Chemical combination. Calcium hydroxide solution, acidic solution, basic solution. How can you say? So with the help of the indicators. So indicators only it can decide the this is the acidic solution or basic solution. Suppose blue litmus paper or red litmus paper, these two are the natural indicators. Next another one is the methyl orange and phenolphthalein. These two indicators, liquid indicators, these two are the artificial and man-made indicators. Some chemicals are using, then prepare for the these two liquid indicators. Okay. So now the red litmus paper. So any sample you take, a small amount of the sample. So calcium hydroxide you take. So the red litmus paper. This is the red litmus paper. So in this red litmus paper, this is the natural indicator. So this red litmus paper between the, so this calcium hydroxide means so it turns to the, so red litmus paper it is turned to the,
Blue.
it is turned to the blue color. So red litmus paper it turned to the blue color means so this solution is nothing but a
Base. Basic nature.
basic solution. What happened? Hello? Surpan, you have any doubt you ask me? Are you understanding?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So this is a basic solution. How can you say? So the red litmus paper dipped in the solution
Turns
means it
into
turn to the blue color.
Blue.
Blue color means it is a basic in solution. Suppose the red litmus paper is not available means so another artificial and so natural indicators are to there. So litmus paper is not available means the phenolphthalein and methyl orange indicator there you know. So phenolphthalein indicator for this solution. So phenolphthalein indicator for solution means so phenolphthalein 1 or 2 drops. So phenolphthalein what is the color? So phenolphthalein indicator. So it is a colorless.
Yes, colorless.
Colorless indicator is a liquid. So this colorless indicator for with this solution. Actually, this calcium hydroxide acidic solution or basic solution, I don't know. There is a sample. So whenever the phenolphthalein indicator 1 or 2 drop 4 means it turn to the
Color.
pink color.
Light pink.
It turn to the pink color.
Pink.
So that's why this is nothing but a basic solution. First is the red litmus paper turn to the blue color. Second one is the phenolphthalein. Phenolphthalein actually colorless. It turn to the pink color. So then you can decide so this calcium hydroxide, a white colorless solution, it is a basic solution. This is the lab activity of the first one. So very, very important. First, calcium oxide is a quick plan. So after forming the calcium hydroxide is a
Lime.
platinum, which I already told. Right. So in this chemical reaction, the heat releasing. So heat releasing means exothermic. Right. Next, one or two substances are combining to form a single substance. It is a chemical combination. This solution is big solution or basic solution. How can you decide? Means red litmus paper means blue color coming. Phenolphthalein means colorless. It add to the pink color. That's why it is a basic solution. So this first lab activity giving this type of information. Very, very important. Basic means nothing but any metal there means that is a basic solution. So if ask for metals are shows basic nature. Non-metals are shows acidic in nature. So this is a lab activity 1. So in this lab activity, you have any doubt, you ask me. Are you understanding? Hello?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Lab activity, you have any doubt, you ask me. You have any doubt? No?
No, sir.
No, sir.
Okay, so let's start the second activity.
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Yes. So now I am going to discuss about the second activity. So all these important points you write down. So heat release means exothermic. Chemical combining means one or two substances are combining to form a single substance. Basic solution means with the help of the indicators, right? So now I am going to discuss about the second activity. Right. So in the second lab activity, so take the two beakers. So one is 100 ml beaker. Another also you take the 100 ml beaker. So take the two beakers. Second activity. Activity 2. And this is 100 ml beaker. All right. Next, this one another 100 ml beaker you take. Right. So now two separate, one is 100 ml beaker, another one is another 100 ml beaker. Right. Now you take the 5 grams or 10 grams ml of sodium
Sulfate.
sulfate. So sodium sulfate, it is a powder. So that's why it is a solid state. Sodium sulfate. Next, another side you take the 5 grams or So barium chloride. So barium chloride, this substance is nothing but a powder which is the solid. Right. Now how can you write down the sodium sulfate and barium chloride? So let's, so sodium sulfate means already sodium Na plus already charged species, you know. Sulfate means SO4 minus 2. Then this cross method, this minus 2 coming to the opposite atom of the bottom. So you write down the Na2. So this minus 2 not only belongs to the oxygen. So this minus 2 it belongs to the total group. So that's why this minus 2 coming to this one. This plus 1 it will be goes to this one. This is the sodium. Sodium sulfate. Now coming to the barium chloride. So this is the barium Ba plus 2. Next Cl minus. Then this cross method you write down the BaCl2. So this is the barium chloride. Right. So this 100 ml beaker. So you take the 60 or 70 ml water. Now same as well as this also you take the 60 or 70 ml of water. Now sodium sulfate there you know. So the sodium sulfate it is the powder. So the sodium sulfate dissolved in the this water. So whenever sodium sulfate dissolved in the water, after 5 minutes sodium sulfate completely dissociated, completely dissolved, then to form a so sodium sulfate aqueous solution only forming. Yesterday already told. Aqueous solution means what? Any substance or any matter it can dissolve in the water to form solution is nothing but a aqueous solution. Same as well as so this barium chloride powder also it can dissolve in the water to prepare for the barium chloride aqueous. So this is the sodium sulfate aqueous solution. So this is the barium chloride aqueous solution. So in this activity, only take the aqueous solution only. Don't take the solid substance. So solid you take means the chemical reaction is not occurring. So whenever the aqueous solution take means the chemical reaction is occurring, new substance are forming. Right. So now write down the main equation. So sodium sulfate aqueous solution plus so barium chloride aqueous solution. So now prepare for the two type of solution. One is the sodium sulfate aqueous solution. Second one is the barium chloride aqueous solution. Right. So now you take the another 200 ml beaker. You take another 200 ml beaker. So this one empty beaker only you take. So in this 200 ml beaker, don't take anything. Right, this is empty beaker. So whenever you take this empty beaker, now you add the sodium sulfate aqueous solution. So simultaneously you add the barium chloride aqueous solution. whenever both are combining and coming into, so this place, the chemical reaction is occurring. So whenever shifted these two solutions, so the chemical reaction is going on. The chemical reaction is going on. After 10 minutes, total this will be shifted. So the sodium sulfate reaction, barium chloride, to form a new substance. So that is a barium sulfate. Another one is the sodium chloride. So this barium sulfate, it is a undissolved substance. So that's why slowly the barium sulfate, it can settle down the bottom. After the sodium chloride, it will form a the top portion. So this is the barium. This is the barium sulfate. So new substance. So this is a sodium chloride. So whenever this like two substances or new substances are forming, any separating techniques are using, then it can separating these two substances. So this barium sulfate, very important. So this barium sulfate could not dissolve in the water. Could not dissolve in the water. It settled down the bottom of the container. So bottom of the container means it looks like a solid state. So that's why it used in the downward arrow. So which is the substance or could not dissolve in the water? Could not dissolve in the water. Right. Excellent answer. Could not dissolve in the water. It settled down the bottom. So that is called a precipitate. So this is a white PPT. So this is a white PPT. Now this is the sodium chloride, little bit water there means. So this is the aqueous solution. This is the aqueous solution. So in this chemical reaction, what type of information you have given means?
Double displacement.
Double displacement.
Double displacement.
Yes, this is a double displacement. Why means so the mutual ions are exchanging. So Na plus 2 and SO4 minus 2 and Ba plus 2 and Cl minus. So whenever Na plus, it will be react with the Cl minus. So this like the mutual ions are exchanging. So that is called a double displacement reactions. So this chemical reaction, which type of informations are giving next. So you write down this one first. I will write down the information. Completed. Okay. So in the above chemical reaction, first one is the best example for the precipitate reaction. So second one is the double displacement reaction. So these two are the very important. So in our total syllabus, only two precipitate reaction there. So one is the white precipitate, another one also. So that is lead nitrate and potassium iodide. So it is formed lead iodide. So that is the also lead nitrate. And it can react with the potassium iodide. Lead nitrate also aqueous solution. Same potassium iodide also aqueous solution. Then to form a lead iodide and potassium nitrate. So this lead iodide also nothing but a PPT, but this one is the yellow PPT. Very very important. Sometimes asking. So this is the white PPT. This is the yellow PPT. So this is potassium nitrate is the aqueous. So these two are the best example for the precipitative chemical reactions, right? So now I'm going to discuss about the activity 3. You have any doubt, you ask me. You have doubts, Adrian? You have any doubts?
No, sir.
Okay. Not only this one. So in the chemical reaction, if you have any doubt, you ask me, I will clarify doubts. Next is the activity. Activity 3. So activity 3 tomorrow I will be explaining. If you have any doubt, you ask me, Amma. Doubts unnaya?
No, sir.
No, sir.
No,
No,
sir.
sir.
No,
No,
sir.
sir.
Okay. No, no antuన్నా. And yes, tomorrow the first జాయిన్ కానీ పిల్లలు జాయిన్ కావాలి కదా ఒకే రోజు మొత్తం చెప్తే మళ్ళీ కన్ఫ్యూజ్